Welcome to the House of Royale, episode 6. Our guest is not here yet, so I'm just going to have a moment between you and me, between you and I, between me and you, okay? A little mini-sode before our guest gets here, our aficionado of pop music. So first of all, I just want to acknowledge the mayhem about the H&M and Mugler situation. I was at the mall with my friend Victoria, and we both stopped in our tracks and looked at each other, and we were like, is this effing real right now? And in the window, it said Mugler, and I died. And we walked in, and it literally was like 3 p.m., The shit I saw on TikTok, people were losing their minds. They were waiting in line at like 6 a.m. People were like, we walked in, all the merch was gone. Okay, well, I happened to get lucky and got one of the dresses. It was only $10. No, but it wasn't that expensive. It was $100. And so I had to get it. Shout out to Mugler. Much love, in heaven with my mother. We love you both. And so, yeah, just wanted to shout out Mugler, and also wanted to give some love to these. This is Azealia Wang. I love you. And someday when I have a big enough following, can we please collab? Because these are amazing and I love them so much. They're so cute. Right? Okay. Also, to all of the women that put themselves through torture when you guys go to a facility to get any type of beauty injectables, I can say that I have literally never, ever done Botox before, ever. But I am guilty of getting my lips shot up, okay? Because let's be real, when every white girl moves to LA, they have no lips. And now in 2023, we have big-ass lips thanks to the injectables, thanks to the Juvederm and all the shit that we put in our face. So I went yesterday. I won't say the place, okay? But I just need to do a mini therapy session about this because I really feel like maybe you should walk in not looking cute. Maybe we should walk in looking ragged, haggard, maybe? Because I don't know what it is with women, but it's very difficult to keep us happy and to keep us nice, right? And I feel like with nurses and with estheticians, right? It's kind of like you're crossing your fingers, kind of like an audition. You're like, I hope the casting director's in a good ass mood so that they like me. And it's the same thing when you go to get a shot, like to get a birth control shot or to get your face shot up. Girl, you better pray to God that that woman is in a good mood, because if she's not, she will fuck you up. So here's what happened. I literally was like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know these people. I hope they're not mean to me. I went to a new lady. And previously I did a video consultation. And, you know, I think all of us, men and women, I think it's just pointless to tell them what you're allergic to. Because sometimes they will go down the effing rabbit hole with you and you're like, look, it's a non-issue. Just give me the medicine. Just give me the shot. It's fine. We don't need to like have this conversation. And so I quit drinking alcohol in 2012, which is like a big reveal for like how fucking old I am. But I've been sober for a long time, but I still say that I'm allergic to alcohol. And I'm sure you can guess what their response is. So when we swipe your skin with an alcohol wipe, does that mean no? No, no, no. I'm just simply saying if I drink an alcoholic beverage, my throat will fucking close up. This is not about an alcohol wipe. This is not topical. It's internal. It's an internal issue. Okay. So for any injectable queen that I collab with in the future, because hopefully I'll get all this shit for free someday, it's not the alcohol wipes that are an issue. But here's what happened. So the video lady was like, went down the rabbit hole with me, and she's like, well, what happens? Are you gonna, like, is it anaphylactic shock? And I'm like, no. First of all, it's not even that. And second of all, right. So I explained it to her. Then I get to the facility, and you have to do it all over again, you guys. Like, the video consultation isn't enough. They already have all of your information, but they want you to do it again just to humiliate you for spending way too much money for some crazy ass shit that women spend way too much money on. So I get there, I have to answer these questions on an effing iPad all over again. And I skip the part where it says, are you allergic to anything? I'm like, I'm just not gonna, why would I do that to myself again? So I get inside the little room with the nurse. And she's like, so in the video call, you stated that you were allergic to alcohol, but on the iPad, when you filled out your information just now, you didn't put anything. And so I explained to her why, because it's not an issue. So here's how she responded. She took the alcohol wipe and she literally wiped the inside of my mouth with the alcohol pad. Just to be, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, just to be a bitch. Just to be a cunt. She wiped that shit on the inside. I'm like, now I'm being physically abused by some girl that hasn't eaten any food yet today, and she's in a foul-ass mood, and she's taking it the fuck out on me right now. And I had a huge-ass pimple right here, and she made sure to wipe that shit too. All around my mouth, like 14 times. And the inside, my teeth, I'm sorry, but like in the comment section, can you guys please let me know if an esthetician has ever wiped your gums with an alcohol pad? I'm sorry, but my feelings are hurt. And I might even find out who you are and DM you and let you know that you hurt my feelings by doing that, because it ruins the experience. And you guys, this is a lot of money that we're spending for this stuff. So when you go, you want someone to be nice to you, hold your hand. Don't put an alcohol swab in my freaking molars, bitch. You know what I mean? I want someone to take care of me when I'm crying as you're shoving the needle into my effing lips. So anyway, that's my little rant. Women go through a lot. We put ourselves through a lot of pain on top of PMS to look beautiful. But you know what? I am so happy with the new narrative that we are doing it for ourselves. We're not doing it for the man. We're not doing it for the dick. We're doing it for ourselves, ladies. But I think it is important to also, like, with friends, it's like we have to find the people that truly love us. Like, I know we can't say the T word anymore, but like, find your circle. Well, when it comes to medical shit, and also like, find the right manager, find the right attorney, find the right lip lady. Because it's already traumatizing, so we don't need to add to the trauma. Like, just find a nice lady that will hold your hand while you're crying. Yeah. We're still waiting on our beautiful guest. So, you know what? I'm going to go into some heavy shit right now because I'm going to do a solo episode. I'm going to do a solo episode in the future, but I just want to cover it really quickly right now because I think a lot of us go through this when we lose loved ones and people don't really know how to respond. Well, for me, I've been super public throughout the years about losing my mom, and we lost her back in 2009 to suicide. And she wrote my two brothers and I a note, and it obviously it was beyond. It was not real. I think I can't speak on behalf of my brothers, but it's still extremely, extremely difficult on them. Like, we don't even really talk anymore. That's how painful this is. And I would just like to say, when episode 3 came out with my girlfriend Phoenix, and we were talking about the club and the dynamics of the club and being a dancer, this, that, and the other, I had multiple dance moms contact me and tell me how disappointed they were that I'm not a Broadway star, that I'm not a movie star. Rochelle, why aren't you on Broadway? Like, what a waste of your life. And these are all people that are still in the dance community, by the way. To one of them, I said, let's just pretend her name is Ethel. I'm like, Ethel, every time you take your children to a dance competition, how many songs of mine do you hear from other studios? How many times do you hear my music at a dance competition? And she's like, every single time we go. We hear your music all the time. And I'm like, so instead of being so disappointed, why don't you just say congratulations? And also, like, I've never heard from you before. Like, I know that you're a friend of my mom, but like, you could actually just ask if I'm okay. Like, because I'm the one that lost my mom and my entire family. So instead of saying how sad you are for me, just turn it around and say, congratulations. Wow, your music is incredible. Wow, I'm so proud of you, Rochelle, for surviving a loss like that and thriving. I just want all of like the judgmental people out there that want to hate on people in Los Angeles or like kids that that are artists that are contributing to the performing arts in any capacity. You being disappointed in an artist is so vile and foul to planet Earth. Like, you're literally one of the trolls on the internet that is making somebody's life a living hell. What we need to be doing is educating people on the performing arts and educating you guys on how expensive it is and how fucking hard it is to I've lived in LA for over 10 years and I've been a recording artist. I've been through 3 record deals. All these A&R motherfuckers know who I am. And yeah, it's embarrassing that I didn't have a hit record. But I am so fucking proud of my music and my music videos and my voice and being able to perform live and looking like this and having people say, well, can she actually sing? And then fucking slaying. And yes, I can actually sing. It's like that in and of itself, to survive this life path choice is so intensely difficult. And I just want all of Gen X to calm down and sit down and be there for us and support us. And actually purchase a membership on Spotify and stream our music. Like, that's how you can help and contribute. Like, here she is. She's so famous that we had to wait for her security team to get her up the stairs. I want everyone to welcome the queen of pop, the encyclopedia of pop, the aficionado of pop, Miss Blair Woods. Woo! Sound effect. Shoe.
A shoe?
Yeah, let's have a shoe moment. Okay.
You're more flexible than I am. I will ever be in my life.
Okay, there is so much tea, and we need to just fit it in, like, quick and fast.
I would like to start off with the thing that happened yesterday.
Okay, let's start with that.
I've had near-death experiences before, but I've never actually died. My heart literally stopped yesterday while I was getting my teeth, like, cleaned for 2 minutes. Yeah. Like the worst thing that could ever happen when you're getting just a dental cleaning was the scariest thing. But the funniest part about it all was that I came out of it laughing because when I was like under nitrous, I was just like falling asleep and falling asleep and falling asleep. And I was just like fading out and I was having the best dreams. I was with my spirit guides. I was just chatting with them. I was sending all of my manifestations to Saturn. We were sitting on the rings. I was like, I want this to happen for myself and for my friends and for my boyfriend and all of that stuff and just like going through the motions. And then I hear, all right, we need you to breathe. We need you to breathe. And I'm like coming to, I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we put you on oxygen. You've been out for 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
I was like, what? I was like, here I am thinking I'm having the best dream of my life. And I actually was like basically dead for 2 minutes.
Holy Christ.
And
But you were breathing.
No, I guess technically breathing, but my heart wasn't moving. Like it wasn't beating.
Oh my God.
So like they were basically able to get me back very fast because they realized what was happening. But like this whole time I was like just chilling thinking I was dreaming, having a great time. And I was like, they like got me out of it and they were like, is there anything that you took before you got here? Because that is not normal.
Because you're a white blonde girl and clearly you did a bunch of cocaine before you got here.
Well, so I told them, I was like...
Like, why? Doctors, both of us don't do drugs. And you guys are like, well, wow. Look at you. Like, obviously it's drugs. No, it's not. I'm sober. So.
I'm actually sober. The entire month of May, I've been completely sober.
See?
Except for the Klonopin.
Except for the heroin. I know.
No. Listen, I know I'm from Florida, but I don't do that. But I took a Klonopin because I was in so much pain from my tooth. And I was like, it's one more day. I just need a Klonopin. I'll knock it out. I didn't realize that stays in your system for 24 to 48 hours.
Oh my God, that shit's hardcore, girl.
I didn't know.
That is hardcore.
They described it to my friend that gave it to me, just described it to me as you'll be a little loopy and then you'll knock out. You'll be fine.
Was it an LA girl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't listen to those.
And
bitches.
So, failed to tell me that it was going to be 24 to 48 hours. Anyways, that is the reason that it knocked me out because my body was already at that like low, like
heart rate. You were cold. You were about to die.
They were like, yeah, how about we just don't? They gave me a whole lecture of not taking drugs that aren't mine. And I was like, I know, like I'm aware. Like
you're like, I'm a singer, so I've got a handle on it.
It was so bad. But the takeaway I took away from that was so cool because I guess obviously there's other circumstances to death and it can be scary and it can be like frightening. But I think the most beautiful takeaway I had from this was that if like you're in like your sleep, then you just start dreaming and then you're just in that dream forever. And it's kind of like
and
nice.
It's easier to die.
It's kind of nice because you don't know. Because like, so I've had my 2 grandmas and my friend.
Yes, we're gonna segue into that.
Yeah, and so that was kind of peaceful for me to be like, okay, so that's what happens if you do it in your sleep. So like, at least in my instance, for all of my family members, like that like is a nice like form of closure, I guess, to know that it was just like. They just drifted off. Yeah,
so like always be in full hair and makeup if you know you might die that day.
For real.
Definitely.
I looked so good too. I got home and I was like, at least I looked good.
You were ready for the funeral.
Yeah.
Okay, segueing into Long Island Medium segment, Blair Woods. So you are one of my friends that does have gifts that are stronger than the average bear.
Yes.
And when I say gifts, I mean we are literally attacked by the spirit world sometimes. We get hit, we astral project, our dreams are insane. Mm-hmm. You've had so many people die.
I have. Like, what the hell?
Like I had one and it destroyed my whole family, but like this is crazy what you've been through just in the past couple of years. So why don't you just tell everyone from the beginning, like who died first and like the whole thing?
So obviously I've had several deaths. My aunt being like the first one within the last 3 years. And that one hurt and I was able to grieve properly. And I think because when I was younger and I was losing people, it was easier for me to grieve because I didn't quite understand what death was. And I hadn't really understood my clairvoyancy either. So when they visited me, it was chill. It was normal. It was like, all right. But like,
wow.
when I became an adult and kind of realized that A, wasn't really normal for most people, and B, like what death was, it got a little harder. And I think the last year I came out of COVID thinking, all right, I'm going to knock 2022 out on its ass. I'm going to come out here and pop starify myself. Like I'm going to restart and do everything right. And as soon as I get out here, I think it was a week later, one of my best friends, like top tier best friends, gets murdered. And in like the worst way possible, if we're going to be honest. I don't want to go into complete detail just out of respect for her family. And I would rather highlight her as a person. She was literally, when someone says you're the light in the room, she was that. She was everyone's friend. And even if she didn't like really fuck with you, because there was a lot of people she didn't fuck with, but like even if she didn't fuck with you, she still was kind to you. And I try to take that into my life. Like I try to just be a kind person because of her. I like learned a lot from her growing up too. And that kind of spiraled from that. Obviously, I didn't cope with that well. I missed the funeral. I was not able to fly out. I'd literally just flown out here and moved out here, and I was not able to fly out in time to go to the funeral. And so that kind of fucked with me a little bit.
I would just like to say really quickly for all the women watching, for me personally, I would just like to say, please communicate with your friends and family. If there is anything dangerous going on, that's all I want to say.
I will touch into that because I feel like that's important.
Yeah.
If you are in any sort of any abusive, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, whether it's like, you know, talking, like any kind of abuse that you might be going through, please reach out to somebody. Even if you're scared, like secretly reach out to somebody, anybody, because the thing is that a lot of us didn't know. A lot of us like didn't expect that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all over Google too. Like it's not like it's a secret how she died. It was domestic abuse. It was domestic violence, but it was something that like a lot of us really didn't expect because she just looked so happy. And she always, anytime her and I interacted, she was happy. She was fine. And nothing, it came as a surprise for me because I honestly had no idea who this guy was. I just knew he was a new guy in her life.
You know what I have found is that it's so normalized. Everything is so normalized. Mm-hmm. So to get a reaction out of people is so difficult these days, especially with women that look a certain way. And I last year was dating someone who was extremely dangerous. And thank God I have a couple of friends that are like more hood.
Yeah.
And the second I told my friends that have like grit, that have been through that shit, it was like, oh, hell motherfucking no.
Yeah.
Like we will end him. Immediately. Like I knew I had the right people in my life to tell, because when you tell certain people, sometimes they don't take it seriously and they will blame it on the woman.
Yes.
They think it's our fault. And I'm like, no, I'm in danger. He's coming home wasted. He could kill me.
Yeah.
You know, and he got me pregnant. And I'm like at the toilet throwing up, and this motherfucker is grabbing me under my legs, telling me how much he wants to have sex with me because he's so inebriated, and I'm scared for my life.
That's the thing too, is that when we try to talk about the things that we've been through and the disgusting things that like men have put us through, or maybe put our friends through, it's interesting the reaction that you get from, oh, that would never be my friend. Or, oh, no, he's not like that. He was never like that. He's such a sweet guy. They're not going to tell you what they're doing behind closed doors, because why would they? They know that it's wrong. They know that you would literally look at them differently. So why would they tell you, yeah, this is what I did to homegirl last night? Like, nah, you're never going to know. And of course the girl's going to look crazy because we've been painted out to be these over-emotional creatures, when in reality, men are also just as equally over-emotional. And I'm sorry, but if you have to kill someone, you might have to cut that out.
Yeah.
If you have someone to prove a point, to get your point across, that's way more over-emotional than me just screaming, crying because I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to be in your presence.
Well, and on top of that, they brag about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such they're winning the prize by manhandling us, and by, like that's, like, it's such a, like they're proud that they have like a hot girl at home that they're treating like shit, or that even just saying like, yeah, that's my girlfriend, and like telling their boys that they're fucking you.
Yeah.
And it's just such a prize to them. Like there's still frat boy piece of shit assholes out there that speak like that and think like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't know. In the beginning, I was like, oh, he's nerdy and smart and really tall and super hot, but like he's just like a sweet, like he's been through a lot of shit and like, oh, like we can do this together.
It takes like a good like 3 to 6 months for you to really like let that facade just fall down.
Yeah.
And I was telling my friend, because one of my other friends just went through something pretty horrific as well. And I told her, and I know this is subjective because I know like attractiveness is subjective, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. However, and take this for what you will, do not let these twos think that they can bag a 10, because we keep letting these twos think that they can bag a 10, and then they start treating us like absolute shit because they think that they have all this riz, that they have all of this like game, when they don't.
Mm-hmm.
They just accidentally got lucky one time and bagged a 10, and now they think they can bag everybody.
Do you mean a 2 as in they're not hot?
As in these men, even
or they just don't have money? Because I feel like hot guys, well, nothing against all the nice guys, but like hot guys, like hot fuck boys that literally, no, they're not going to contribute to the bills.
It's
like all of you never speak to me ever again.
For real.
Like, please.
There's a lot of things that I feel like contribute into someone's attractiveness for me. And obviously, I would be lying if I said like physical attraction isn't one of them. It is. And it is for every one of you guys. And you can't say it's not. But there's also the element of, does he respect you? Or she? Do they respect you? Do they help you out, whether it's equally, or do they be chivalrous and help you out even more? Which obviously that's for you and your relationship to figure out what works for you. But are they respectful of your beliefs? Are they respectful of your dreams? Are they like,
they need to be like
that make you attractive.
Yeah, and I've said this before. Like a guy needs to be like, damn, babe, you're the shit. Like I love that song's so dope. That music video is beyond, like, you're the shit and I love you and you're amazing. A lot of guys are just like jealous and upset that you're gone and upset that you're shooting and upset that you're like doing all this stuff that they're not a part of, and it just makes them so sour and salty.
And it's really unattractive when you get like that. It's like, stop. Like,
yeah, it's gross.
I was not dating and was not planning on dating for a long time. You know, you have been through I swear off everybody.
Yeah, because like Blair and I were and then all of a sudden, no.
That's a tagline. Oh my God.
Let me just say something about me and Blair's relationship really quick.
But no,
wait, we met after the abortion, right?
We did. What the fuck? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so anyway.
So that whole line that you just said, like, you know, it's got to be like all or nothing pretty much.
Yes.
Like, I had never met a man that honestly treated me like that. My standards were like through to Satan. Like, they were in hell. They were like so bad. And I just like randomly go to this content day. My friend has been trying to set me up with her friend for like months, and I was like, nah, like I am not into that. I'm not dating right now. Fuck men. I do not want to handle that. Like, I'm on my grind. I'm doing my shit. And I meet this guy. Absolutely, it was love at first sight, and I've never experienced that before in my life, and I cannot explain like it other than love at first sight. And that is what I mean when you finally meet the one, he is going to go above and beyond. Like, this man literally goes above and beyond to make sure that I'm okay. Like, we argue sometimes because what two people don't like, even like friends argue, but we come to the conclusion really fast. Like, it's very much communication. Like, we're communicating why we're feeling a certain type of way. We build up from that, and then the argument's done. It's over. It's forgiven. We're back to normal.
You are really good at getting over an argument, because I'm definitely mom all the time. I'm like, why isn't it high res? Why isn't it edited like this? Like, why are you not wearing hot pink? And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's cool.
Well,
like, I really respect that about you. I do. And also, whoever the boyfriend is, we're putting your Instagram below. And if you fuck with Blair It's all over, buddy.
Oh, he's been told multiple times.
Good.
He is such a sweetheart. It's so funny because my parents haven't met him yet because obviously it's a little too soon. But my parents do follow him on Instagram and my dad loves him, which my dad hates everybody. So it's like my dad literally loves his music. He loves what his vibe is about. And the whole time, Mike is just like, that's so scary. Your parents see my every move. And I'm like, they love you. Like, shut up.
It is scary.
Like,
I don't want
scary, but
like to anyone I date in the future, no one's parents gets to follow my shit. Like I do not need that in my life. No.
But it's so cute because like he gets so scared. I'm like, don't worry. They're like literally sitting there telling me that they love your music and that they love everything about you. Like you're chill.
Nice.
But it's really nice to finally have that because I always wondered like what a real love should feel like. Because I thought I knew. And I like meeting Mike, I truly did not know what a real love should and it does feel like.
Yeah.
And like what it looks like as far as like the give and the take in the relationship and like what, you know, compromise might look like and what like solving problems together might look like.
Yes.
And what planning a future and growing together might look like. I never really understood any of that until now.
Because men don't know how to communicate, you guys.
They don't.
And you don't want to listen to us. And we are always right, which you tend to forget. So, and also like when a man does not respond, I can't. The silence.
Oh, I know.
The silence. We can't deal with the silence. You
Like-
can't. No. Like you need to study how women speak to each other and just be like, oh my God, girl, no way. Like I wish men knew how to like
Literally.
react to our storytelling because
like unless you are at work and busy, you better be reacting. You better like that's the funniest thing too is I'll tell T to Mike and Mike's like in it. He's like,
yes.
what? Like he's like, what about it? And it's so funny because he's this like hardcore rock star and like he's gonna kill me for saying this, but he's like a little teddy bear behind closed
Well,
doors.
I mean, I think male musicians and artists in general are way more in tune to their feminine side, and which really sucks because, like, for me in my past, because I've dated thousands of male artists, you know, that like they paint their nails, they have long hair, you know.
He's my
like
first one I've ever dated. I've never dated an artist.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still young. The eyeliner, you know, and like, yeah, they do like to kiki like a girl.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh
They
my
won't admit
God.
that.
Well, some of them don't give a fuck. Like, look at Harry Styles and like,
That's true.
and Machine Gun Kelly, and like, they're all wearing skirts and ponytails and pink nail polish. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's more hot men to be connected to your feminine side and to not give a fuck about that because like then you can date people like Megan Fox.
Right. And you can be really strong in your sexuality. You don't have to be gay for a fad. Like I feel like a lot of people look at that and think, oh, I have to be gay if I'm going to do that. No, you can be comfortable in your sexuality, whatever it is, and still accept like, you know, if you want to paint your nails, you can. It's not painting your nails isn't for genders. It's for whoever you want it. Like if you want to paint your nails, paint your nails. I just did Mike's nails. They're fire.
Exactly.
It looks so cool, hardcore. And it's like if you want to do it. Like it looks cool, you know? You look way cooler embracing yourself and your creativity and what you love than being too cool for school.
Another thing that I just want to throw in there because I've missed out on a few great guys because of pee-pee problems. Guys, I want you guys to be able to talk about that too, okay? Because, like, if you want the girl to stick around, you have to say it out loud. Like, babe, I just want to let you know this is a problem for me. Like, even though it might be big and pretty, if it's not, we need to talk about it. We need to fix it, okay? And I think in LA, a lot of people are drinking. They're doing drugs. People that are, like, you know, working out a lot, they might be doing steroids. Whatever is like messing with your pee-pee situation, we need to get on board and talk about it and fix it, okay?
I'm not laughing at the problem either. I'm just laughing at the fact that you keep calling it a pee-pee. I'm so sorry if it looks ingenuine.
If yo dig is not fully hard, we need to figure it out, okay? Like, yeah. Because I think maybe that's why older women like me love to have sex with like a young buck because we know he's not going to have pee-pee problems. If you're an older guy, like you're probably going to have dick problems. So that I just wanted to throw that in there really quick, just as a PSA.
I've I've never experienced that, but I'm glad that I'm writing down for the future, I suppose.
Well, if you ever date a millionaire, it's going to be a problem.
Well, I'm hoping that who I'm dating right now will be the last guy I date.
Oh, yeah. You guys are getting married forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
Okay, so for the last segment of this episode, we need to talk all music.
All music.
We need to talk celebrities. We need to name drop as fuck.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, you have a brand new single out, which everyone needs to go stream. And I know that when you guys first see it, it looks like a bunch of letters, but it actually stands for...
I think that I should let you know. Itty Slick.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Itty Slick.
Itty Slick. So I think that I should let you know, please go stream it wherever you listen to music. So you have a bunch of artists featuring on remixes, including me. And I'm kind of like on hiatus from music, but like
I pulled her out.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, this is so cute that I have something to release with Blair because I'm kind of taking a break right now because I'm looking for female producers.
Shout out all the female producers. Please hit her up in the DMs and me.
Yeah. So my verse that I did for you is a full-blown lesbian verse. Okay.
Which I love because I feel like between the four of you guys, there was so much duality. There was the best part about the project coming together the way that it did was every one of you guys gave me a different flavor, a different set of words, a different story, if you will.
Yeah.
And I loved that because I was hoping for that, but sometimes you don't get what you hope for.
Yeah.
And I knew with you, I would get something different, but I wasn't sure because the other girls are kind of in that pop realm too. So I was like, I wonder if it's all going to be kind of the same or if we're going to see little hints here, hints there. And we definitely did get a little bit of everything, which I love. And I think you guys are going to love too.
Yeah. I just influence-wise, I would like to shout out Queen Herbie. Yes. I love Queen Herbie. If you guys don't know her, please go follow her. But she has found and discovered a way to sing and rap, and it's all about being a powerful goddess. All of it.
She's amazing.
Yeah. All of the lyrics go back to why do I love myself? Why am I a badass bitch? How are we changing the narrative? So that was one of my influences. And then, of course, all of the gay artists out there, like Fletcher. And
Fletcher.
Yeah. Oh, and Cammie Payton, who I want to have on the show.
Ooh, yes.
Who else?
Dove Cameron, right?
Dove is definitely a lesbian. Let's go on a date.
She literally shouts her out.
Yeah. G Flip, the chick that's dating Chriselle from Selling Sunset.
Yes.
I'm looking for artists that are like telling women I'm the shit. I don't like, and I think that I should let you know is obviously like, you know, hot because you're like telling the guy like or the girl.
Well, and when I first wrote it too, it was so funny because it's not about anybody, but the more that I'm with Mike, I'm like, it kind of is about you now.
Right.
But when I first wrote it, I literally told my producer, I just want to write something like I Don't Do Drugs by Ariana Grande and Doja Cat. I want to encapsulate Ariana and Doja Cat in a song because I love those two women so very much.
Yeah.
As you know. And it was just such a cool project to have come together and then to see it kind of blossom into more of the LGBTQ on your side as well was really cool because obviously like LGBTQ over here as well, even though I am dating a man right now. But like,
yeah,
it's like, it's cool to see the duality of it.
Right. Well, I mean, you got me at the perfect time, girl, because I went through that crazy shit with the guy from last year and then went through some weird ass rebounds and then was working with a male producer that did something that really pissed me off. And so I was just like in a moment of like, there's no way I'm going to write like from a woman's perspective to a male. Like that's never going to happen. And it's probably not going to happen for quite some time.
And that's okay.
Because I'm over it. Like I am not writing songs about dick.
This is the best time to get new material.
Yep.
And really experience new life.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Songs.
Yes. We need more music that is more about like, why are you a badass bitch?
We really do.
Yeah.
I really like that Queen song by Lauren Gray.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd already heard it before in the past when it first came out, and I really fucked with it. But when you brought it back up, it like brought a whole new plethora of ideas. I was like, oh, that song does exist, and I love that song.
Yeah, but I want these songs to be more powerful, like the shit from back in the day. Like Bang Bang is so big.
We don't have pop music like to the 2016 era anymore.
Thank you.
My friend has been saying that too. My friend Lauren has been saying that. Like, I want you to make more 2016 because that's kind of what
just big.
The next couple of releases I have are more on that 2016 level. Like, like Name.
Yeah.
I have never name dropped that before, but that is an unreleased song that will be coming out soon. And that one is very much like, fuck you. Like, I don't need your name. Like, it is very like big pop 2016. And people aren't writing that anymore. People are focused on like alternative, which is cool. I like that music.
Yeah.
I cry in the car to that music. But I do need a nice empowerment moment.
But the thing is, whenever we get one, it blows the fuck up. Yeah. Like Money, when Money came out by Cardi B, or like Hey Mama, like the David Guetta track with BB Rexa and Nicki Minaj. Like that's a huge banger track. Like anything Pitbull, anything Flo Rida, like, and it's just like, so like to all the signed artists out there, can you guys just please do like some party like clap tracks for on the floor shit like about being a badass bitch? Because I just feel like we need more of that.
Could you also start working with more independent artists? Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Please.
Pretty please.
So, okay.
We have a lot to offer.
Name drop. You're working with some musicians. We're going to put their information like right here.
My most favorite collaboration, and obviously we're not done. We have several songs that are just unfinished, and then we need to get back in the studio and finish this one, which is a really pretty, like, kind of ballady song. But I'm working with Mason Musso. Hi, Mason. Full circle moment. A few of my, like, top why I ever wanted to even be a little pop star was Britney Spears and Hannah Montana.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, we all know Mason's little brother was on Hannah Montana. And so when Mason reached out to me, first things first, I'd already known Mason had worked with Nikki DeMar, and I look up to Nikki DeMar a lot. She is an LGBTQ icon. I love her. She seems so sweet. She's also a Taurus, and I feel like we'd be besties. But her music is fucking fire. And I saw her and him work together and or tour together or something. And I was like, that is so cool. What a full circle moment, because they also like Hannah Montana. And I was like, he reached out to me and we started working together. And honestly, the first time I met him, I was just like, I almost like word vomited, because he also is from Metro Station. If you guys don't remember, Metro Station was Miley Cyrus's older brother and Mitchell Musso's older brother, aka Mason and Trace. And
I did not know that, but now I know.
Now you know.
You guys are all gonna know now too.
Shake It was one of the like anthems of a summer. Yeah.
Shake It.
And I literally, the first time I met Mason, I was like holding back going, shake, 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 shake it.
Okay.
But I didn't. I played it cool. And now Mason's going to know that I was fangirling hardcore. But he is such a monumental artist in the grand scheme of things for me, because Metro Station was the shit. I listened to all their music so heavily, and I listened to, obviously, Miley Cyrus so heavily. And all of that is such a full circle moment to be able to work with him on projects and like make something really cool that I love with someone that I look up to that have like that highly. It is the coolest thing in the world, because it's like, damn, I really am out here for a purpose doing my thing.
Yes.
Like, it is the coolest thing.
Yes. Yeah. And you guys, don't be afraid to collab with people. Like, you never know what type of answer you're going to get. Like, a bigger artist may say yes. So have the courage and the strength to reach out.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
So you have the single out with all the remixes that are coming out.
Yes.
Who are the girls that are featured on these remixes?
So obviously we have the lovely Rochelle.
Hi.
Hi. We have Bo Electra, which is a new and up-and-coming artist. She has no releases yet, and we are kind of helping her get there because she's got some fire-ass stuff coming.
Cool.
She's very dark pop, Melanie Martinez. Like, it's very cool. Her style and everything is really cool. We have Deandra, which, for those of you who are fans of me, know Driver. Deandra was featured on Driver. We have Deandra coming back for another feature as well. Her verse is very Moonlight, very soft and pretty and very, like, elegant. I really liked what she did with hers. And then, of course, last but not least, we have one of my newest artist friends that I met on the internet, which is why TikTok is so cool. I hate TikTok, but sometimes I love it. She goes by Internet Sophie, and she did the most bomb. She came through and just showed out. She did the most bomb line. I was like, one of the lines is, I flew up from Puerto Rico. And I was like, okay, Miss Puerto Rican Queen.
Nice.
I was like, let me see it. And I'm very excited because I feel like all 4 of you girls really took your own just everything, your own essence to this and made it something so different and so unique for each song. And I really like that. And I really appreciate that also.
Well, I like that you put so many collabs together with women.
I just wanted it to be women.
Yes.
I had a lot of men reaching out wanting to do it, and I was like, it doesn't make sense for you to be on it. It was a woman's song to begin with. It's going to stay a woman's song. Like, some songs are just for the girls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need to do it more often because I just saw an interview with Drew Afwalo and Zara Larson. Yeah, and Zara Larson is a huge artist, and she's like, I've literally only worked with a female producer one time.
Damn.
Like, that's insane.
That's crazy.
Like, you're a major label artist and you've only seen a girl
in the studio
in front of the computer once. Like, that's nuts.
And see, that's why I'm trying to learn how to produce. So right now I can engineer my own songs. I can make my own demos, do a rough mix. I'm learning. My boyfriend also produces, so he's kind of helping me really like get the ball rolling. But that's what I want to learn how to produce and comp, because Ariana Grande is not just a pretty, beautiful face with an awesome voice. She also comps all of her vocals.
Yep.
She does all of her recording for the most part at her house when she needs to. I don't know the process she might go into track. If you don't know the difference, you know, a demo is kind of rough and then you go in sometimes to track and really get those vocals cleaner. But regardless, she knows how to do all of that stuff and she can do it and does like doing it. And I'm like, I need to get on that level because she is a boss ass bitch and I need to be there. Like, that's someone who I look up highly to. She just does it all. Yeah.
I mean, if I were to really sit down and produce something right now, it would be a clap track 4 on the floor. It would be like a talkie, like the Real Hot Stunna track.
I would love to do a talkie track.
Yeah. Because we can produce that right now. Like, I could figure it out. It would take me a couple of weeks. Like, I know how to use Pro Tools, but I want to learn how to use Logic and Ableton as well.
Honestly, I'll give you more credit where credit is due. It'll take you a couple hours to at least piece it together. It won't take you weeks. Like, it's not, once you get the motions of it, it's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
And it's just learning what dials do what and why.
Yeah.
And then once you have that, it's just listening for what sounds good after that.
Well, with all the kids with severe ADHD, because I have major ADHD,
True.
Here's the deal. I had to learn how to edit these episodes because I wanted to cut cost. So I downloaded DaVinci Resolve.
Slay.
And I learned how to do it. But the thing is I loved it. I loved it. And that's why I was able to learn and get into it, and like, because it was fun for me. There is so much trauma tied to music for me that when I open Pro Tools, I literally just want to lay on the floor and die. So I think like with like learning issues, I think we all need to just switch it up, mix it up, find a different way to learn. And so for me, I'm like, you know what? I need to open up Logic or Ableton because Pro Tools is connected to the producer. His name starts with a J, and maybe someday I'll say his full name and just tell everyone to never work with him.
Bitch. Oof.
Ugh. He ruined Pro Tools for me.
Well, just start in Logic or Ableton.
Yes,
it's a whole different layout. It's a whole different layout.
Yes, because women are so emotional.
Logic is also a lot easier to learn by the way.
Yes, and I think we always are asking why are more women not producing? And we have gone through a lot of shit with men, and also for us to sit down and do like the technical aspect of it sucks because we want to be like the vibrant artist that's like running around and writing and singing. But women, we need to sit the fuck down and open the programs up.
And talking to some of my female producer friends, I have a few, something else to be noted too is that when we are in the studio, whether we're producing or just writing or whatever, I've noticed too, and even in my experience, I've worked with a couple male producers that make me feel this way, but a lot of men like to look at women like, oh, you're just another pretty face.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then you show them up and you do know what you're talking about. And then they're like, oh, but they never apologize. And they never change that mindset of maybe women can actually do this. And I think men on your part, that needs to change, because is there a lot of girls out there making us look bad? Yeah, girls, open up the books and stop making us look bad, please. Like, you know, if you have value to this, add your value. But like, for those of us who are genuinely trying, who are killing it too, and for those for the producers who are even more killing it than the girls who are just learning, like, we need to be taken serious, because this is something that we take serious. And I feel like you should give us, men, more credit.
You need to learn with people that are safe.
Yes.
It's like you can't do mushrooms with a bunch of people that are insane that you know are going to
for real.
let you
die.
Like fall off a cliff. Yeah. Like, only do shrooms with people that love you.
And I will say this too, on the opposite side of things, because I would hate for someone to take this as they just hate men, and it's not the case, because I literally live with men and they're all phenomenal guys. They take care of me. They're very kind. They teach me things when I need help. They talk to me about things when I need to talk, whenever there's not a girl there. Like, there are great men out there. And those of you who are great men, keep doing what you're doing, because we need more of you.
Yeah.
Because it's seldom in few, because there's so many nasty men out there that are really just scarring us for life.
Yeah.
We need you to come in and really like give them an example of what a real man looks like, because there's a bunch of boys running around Hollywood thinking that they're men, and they're not, because they're acting a fool.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. It floors me, because even seeing that interview yesterday, I mean, these are like artists that are at the top.
Yeah.
So it's just so clear, you guys. Like, we're still at 2%.
Let women in.
Yeah.
Like, we can do it.
But girls, like, we need to be better at being a team and working together.
Because women have a hard time doing that too.
Yes.
They see everything as a competition, and ladies, it's not. It's really not.
No.
We all add something different and valuable to the table. And I think once you can realize that and take that aspect away, then you can really love yourself and love others and spread that love to others, because it's a lot easier to do that when you're not comparing yourself to someone and seeing it as a competition, because it's not a competition.
Well, I think I get upset for different reasons, because I'm a perfectionist, and we have to like wrap this up.
Okay.
But it's like the other night I took 2 girls to a red carpet, and like you're usually very good about being on time. But they were on time, and they were like ready to work.
Yeah.
And they were there to get their content and photos and da-da-da. And then we were fucking out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just understood. It's like just being aware of your surroundings. And like, you know, I think like sometimes women are just not aware of like what they're saying, or like how they're like, even when you're talking to some of your closest friends, like I tell my friends all the time, because I am a sensitive motherfucker. I'm a Capricorn double Virgo. I'm very sensitive. Yes. Okay. And I'm just like, I told one of my girlfriends the other day, I need more people to ask me if I'm okay.
Yeah.
I was with her when you called me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just need I need you guys to hug me and like ask me if I'm okay, because I'm hanging by a fucking thread, you know?
And that's good to communicate that too, though. Yeah. Because like, you know, we're all kind of doing our own thing, and it kind of does, life does get in the way, but like, it is good to communicate, especially when you're close friends with someone. It is good to be like, yo, hey, I actually am sensitive today. I need a hug.
Yes.
Because I'll be on the grind and kind of forget to like schedule a cry or do anything. And then it builds up, and I'm like, yo, I'm actually really sensitive today.
Yes. Yeah.
Could use a hug.
It's number one, ladies. Like, we just need to communicate more with each other and like really band together and like really figure this shit out, because it's going to happen.
It's got to happen.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, on Blair's website, she has merch. So I want everyone to go buy a hoodie and a hat.
I'm actually about to do an exclusive drop for Eddie Slick as well, leading up to the drop of our thing. And then I was going to collaborate with you guys on some really cool things.
Yes, because for Instagram, I should be wearing the shirt or the sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. And we can do videos. Mm-hmm. I also wanted to do, I've been posting the Lotta Legina photos of the 3D print stuff.
Sick. Okay.
Shout out to Haldane Morris. You know, like the weird.
Yeah. I love those.
So I was thinking of like doing a still shot with like the lyrics of the verse in front of like one of those photos. Just because, you know, like I want something that'll like really attract attention or whatever.
That'd be sick.
Okay, cool.
I'm here for that.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
So I think that I should let you know, drops June 2nd.
Yes.
Is there a link?
Yes, there is.
Pre-save link.
Pre-save link.
Okay,
right now.
I'm going to post that today, which is like a week from when her episode drops, but we're going to put the link everywhere. Oh, May 31st.
Slay. Right before.
Right before.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or should we wait until June 2nd?
Oh, May 31st is perfect.
Okay, yeah, May 31st. Because you guys aren't going to give a shit until Friday anyway. So it takes like 2 days for views to start.
And then people are like, ah.
Yes.
Aha.
Once we start posting like the lesbian clips, people are going to be like, wait.
They're going to be like,
I need to go watch this.
My boyfriend's going to have a field day with that one. He's going to be like, but I
thought. Yeah. No, buddy. Anyway, Scandal. It's Scandal. Okay, so Blair Woods, you guys, go follow her on every single platform, please. Especially Spotify. Stream those songs. She has an incredible voice. And yeah, shout out to all the female artists. We're all going to learn how to produce.
We are.
Just open up your laptop this week for Blair and I and report back to us. DM us. Mm-hmm. Drop a comment and say, I did it. I opened Ableton.
I opened Ableton. I opened Logic. Even GarageBand. That's a great start. If you don't have the money, GarageBand is a great start. Fiddle around with it. There's tools in there. You just have to dig for them.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right. Well, I love all of you. And thank you for joining us for episode 6 of House of Royale. Wait, one more thing.
Oh.
Pick a card.
Oh.
Because we love Cards EB.
I love this.
Choose a card from the Cards EB deck.
Do I show it to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You got the lesbian lovers.
Did I really?
You got Ellen and Portia. Okay, let's see who I got.
I'm dead. I got it in reverse. What does that mean? That I'm not a lesbian anymore?
Exactly.
Oh, I am with a straight man. So.
Yeah. I got 5 of Swords. Oh, it looks like Michelle Obama or someone.
Slay. What a queen.
And then at the bottom, we'll write the meanings of our cards at the bottom because we have to go.